Digital connectivity is at the heart of the Scottish Government's vision for a greener economy and a fairer, more inclusive society. Despite Scotland's famously challenging terrain, we're accelerating access to future-proof full fibre broadband, also known as fibre to the premises, bringing high-speed internet to the people who need it most. This transformation is powered by our own £600 million plus Reaching 100% programme and our management of the UK-wide Project Gigabit framework. Initially backed by £157 million in UK government funding to connect many hard-to-reach areas here in Scotland. Both initiatives are being rolled out by delivery partner Openreach. Installing this infrastructure is complex and costly, especially in rural and island areas. Openreach's 5-stage delivery process can take up to 18 months depending on local factors, but every step brings us closer to a better connected Scotland. So what does the delivery of these publicly funded programmes look like? Up to 18 months ahead of a planned build, Openreach sends a survey team out to a location to look at all aspects of the build plan and to design how they'll deliver the network in that area. They also start to pin down any relevant access permissions required for the build plan. This will typically take around 4 weeks, but can take much longer if these mandatory permissions for private land prove difficult to secure or involve complex negotiations. The data from the survey stage is sent to Openreach's planning department. Planners create job packs for the teams in the field with all the information they need to complete the build. Once they have all the information, the build teams schedule and plan the works in line with local noticing and access requirements. The planning process can take several weeks. The next stage is the most complex and time-consuming, as it involves a high degree of civils activity by Openreach and their subcontractors, which can mean digging up land or putting up new poles. This is often done in very challenging terrain and weather conditions. Early parts of the build can involve fitting new electronics which will deliver the signals down the fibre cables. Once the electronics are in place, the team can continue rolling out the full fibre. While network engineers aim to use existing telephone poles and ducts, this isn't always possible. In such cases, they may need to install new poles or dig up land to ensure certain properties are included in the upgrade. Depending upon the location, these works usually take from 4 to 6 months to complete. Barring any unexpected delays, once the build works are complete, the new fibre cables are then joined together. This is called splicing, and it requires high-tech machinery to apply extreme heat to the fibre to connect the cables together cleanly. The splicing can take anything from a few days to several weeks depending on the number of premises being connected. Once all the cables are joined, Openreach can begin to check and test the network to make sure that it's working and meets quality standards. When all the tests are passed, Openreach lets broadband providers know the new connections are now ready for service. At this point, customers can order their new service through their chosen broadband provider or comparison site. The provider and the customer will agree a date for an engineer to visit to bring the new connection from the edge of their property into their home or business and complete the installation, ensuring the service is ready for use. After up to 18 months of works and processes involving hundreds of workers and teams at the Scottish and UK governments, Openreach and their build partners, the new future-proofed full fibre connection is live.